Hi Abby, how you doing? So I've got you queued up here. I think it would be best to take a look at the cover pages first, and then we'll go ahead and take a look at the contents pages and the interior spreads. So in magazine design, you have a couple of things that you really need to think about. And that one of the things is that this design, you should be designing this towards your student portfolio. And I say that for this reason, because in your portfolio, there's going to be certain expectations that the portfolio reviewer is going to want to see. Any potential employer or hiring professional are also going to want to see some specific things in your portfolio. Typography is one of them. That's why we designed this project in a typography class. Okay, so I'm going to go through them and make some observations, some general comments, and some somewhat recommendations, but I'm not going to tell you what to do, Abby, because I don't think it's right for me to play art director. I think it's right for you to make your own decisions based on the recommendations that I give you, and that's a mirror image of the actual industry as a creative director might do. I don't want to go as far as telling you what to do, so please understand that, okay? Let's start with the cover page. All right, so in the cover here, we have a couple of things. All right, now, looking through your work, Abby, I think that you're trying to say too much with image and you're not paying attention enough to typography. For example, there's some things on a cover here, like these all need to be aligned. Okay, those bullets need to be aligned away from the text, and all that text needs to be aligned. Okay, and that's stuff that we've learned through our course reading and some of the course lectures, et cetera, especially in the textbook reading. Okay, so and then another thing, an image-wise, first I think you use too much image. Again, I think the choice of image too. Is this a great image? Right? Is this area right here particularly the most attractive area image that you want to portray on a cover of a magazine? I'm going to say absolutely not. Um, and please understand, I'm not questioning your decisions. I'm simply just giving you an opinion of how this is going to go in a professional critique. Okay, level up here. Now we're not paying attention to typography at all here. We're this is one masthead, and then this is another. So I mean, I thought that these were all going to have these are all the same, but the first one's different. So I'm not understanding that decision. I want you to start thinking about designing your magazine cover according to what is going to be expected. And let me just show you something real quick, okay? This is a website called Designing Magazines. It's magazinedesigning.com. So you want to check that out specifically. I'm going to go over to this 55 best tips for magazine cover. And I want you to take a look at this as a typical magazine cover that you're going to see. Now this one, I want you to notice a couple of things here. Okay, let's take a look at some of your magazine covers. Okay, let's take a look at this one, for example. All right, and let's compare it to this. Now, what are we seeing? We're seeing this is showing a series of beautifully coordinated miniature typographic compositions, if you will. Okay, very clear hierarchy. This is the masthead, of course. Front, center, up top, where it's supposed to be. And then you have, what's the main story here? The feature story, of course, is this Secrets of Stylish Women. Why? Because it's the biggest. It's the most noticeable, all right? Meaning that it's going to translate itself to being the cover story. Next story, in order of importance, it's going to be the 605 new looks, then the best bag and shoe, and then what's hot, and then this one. Okay, and then, of course, you're just introducing the waitress. Jeez. The cover model over here, okay? Okay, so I just going back to where we were. I want you to pay more attention to that typical magazine setup. Masthead, image in the background, subheads, feature story typography, next order of importance typography, and then your sub stories, okay? Couple of things I want you to think about moving forward. You do not want to put stroke on text. It's a bad practice because it actually changes the shapes of the letters. So don't stroke text. Here's another white stroke, then here's a white stroke, and then there's a yellow, blue stroke, then here's purple with white stroke. Okay, so that's something you don't want to do. Okay, let's move to your, let me see, that was cover page. Let's go to feature, no, let's go to cover page, features, let's go to content page. Okay, again, I want to bring that down. Okay, so we got on the cover, we have, again, you're trying to say so much with image here that the typography is definitely taking a second seat to image, okay? Suggestions. Design this around your type, okay? Again, examples. Let's take a look at this this cover page. Beautifully aligned. Okay, everything is, I mean, you can tell in order of importance. The red is the important part, the black is the sub part, okay? And this is just a beautifully designed contents page because it is using very finessed typography, all in alignment, as opposed to like this is spanning the whole page. Then you have 3 columns here. Then you have this like kind of 2-column thing. So really pay attention to a grid when you're designing, okay? And if you'll notice, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you, giving you tips, okay? Too much image. You know, I'm noticing a tendency for you wanting to push everything to the corner of the compositions as opposed to using white space, okay? Okay, so let's go to feature spreads. Couple of things here, okay? Now, when we look at feature spreads, take a look at this example here, all right? Now, look at just the beautiful attention to white space and the beautiful 4-column grid. Here's your center line, image, you know, it's very, very well done. I think that the hierarchy is very clear, okay? Headline, drop cap, subhead, text, caption. Okay, so I'd like you to really think about using white space in your layouts. A couple of things, is center alignment the most interesting thing, okay? You've also got a lot of, even going back to your covers, we got some kerning issues. Okay, remember those kerning exercises right here, okay? So really pay attention to all of that stuff. Cover page, feature spread. All right, and now this is kind of, this is a widow. This is a I'm sorry, this right here, that's a widow. So is that technically, let's see, that is, whoops, that is, a widow is this whole line right here is, it's a single word at the end of a paragraph, a single word or 2 words. It can be a line of text at the top, alone at the top of a text column, or alone at the bottom of a text column. Okay, so you want to avoid that. Rags are looking pretty good. This is not your type, though. That's not your typographic Battleborn. That's not your typographic design. So, you know, the reviewers going to look at this and go, wait a second, you didn't design that. Why is it in your portfolio? Do you see what I'm saying? So design your heads. You design that. Don't pick it up from somewhere else. Okay, this is, again, typographic hierarchy. And listen, don't be afraid to go over to Google and I've got magazine cover contents page and feature story design to get some ideas. You can go in here and you can say, why don't you just go in and Google, excuse me, contents page design. Get some ideas, do some visual research. Okay, I notice I'm going on 10 minutes. I'm gonna cut it short here. A good job, good experimentation. Like to see you move forward, and great, I'll see you this week, okay? Thank you very much, Abby.